All right. Awesome. Hello, hello, hello. Hi, Karen. You are always like right on it when we start. I love that. So, welcome. Thank you for being here. Um, I don't want to start too. We've got like so much going on here at the shop today. I didn't even realize it was going to be going on, but I got a couple little sneak peeks. You'll actually get to see more of it at 3 o'clock. We got a special trunk show. Um, they just like showed up. I don't know if I mean I think it was expected, but I don't know if they expected them to be able to come and do a trunk show today. And so, thank you, thank you. It's actually a sweater, but yeah, it's snowing here. It's so darn cold, and I just was like I was going to wear like something more Thanksgiving and fall. And I was like, no, I'm full on winter. So if the weather's going to go winter, I'm going winter. So you guys all love it. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone. Hello, hello. Yes, happy Veterans Day. I probably should have, that would have been more appropriate. I should have worn something for that. But so good you guys are all here. Thank you so much. I was just saying, so we have a special guest doing a trunk show later on this afternoon. They'll be on around 3 o'clock, so you don't want to miss it. I'm telling you, I grabbed a few things because I just couldn't help myself. So I don't think she was going to let me take too much, but I did grab a few things that I thought, at least for us big ladies, was very, very appropriate. And so oh, you have flurries there, very cold. Yes. My son called me this morning in Indiana and he had to walk to his class. And Tuesdays and Thursdays, he has a class that's about 30 minutes from his dorm room. And so he's far, far end of campus, and then the rec center is where this class is at. And it was 27 degrees. And he swore when he left the dorm he didn't need gloves. And I was like, honey, I think you need gloves. By the time, like 10 minutes in, he was like, yeah, I need gloves. So he has coffee. So it's insulated, so it wasn't keeping him warm. He thought the coffee would keep his hand warm, even though it was a metal mug. I'm like, well, all right, lesson learned. So very, very chilly. And so Edmonds, Washington, we've got Tennessee, very cold there too. I always think of Tennessee as being south enough to be warm, but all right. So what are we doing on numbers? Are we good? Should we get started on some things? I guess I could introduce myself just in case. I feel like I recognize all your names, and so I think we're okay. But in case anyone is new on there, my name is Tiffini. I am referred to as the Bag Lady. So I do Tuesdays with Tiffini. And I generally am doing things with bags. Once in a while, I throw some crazy stuff out at you. I do have a couple crazy things today, too, because I just do. And I was telling Cait, so my husband had to have, well, you don't need to know any details, but he wasn't feeling well. And so his request for food was this recipe that I make quite a bit. And it's a Barefoot Contessa recipe. I'm going to show you. I figure I'll start off with this because then as people are coming on, they're not going to miss anything that's like the real stuff. So this is just me. No snow in Montana yet, or at least Western. Well, that's good, Carrie, right? I would think so. 24 in Alabama. You guys should be warm too. All right, so this is a fan favorite in my house. So if any of you are interested in it, it's called Crispy Mustard Roasted Chicken. It's a very easy recipe. It's very good. I have a couple little tweaks, nothing major, so you could do it exactly as is. It is, I'll show you, it's from this cookbook, Barefoot Contessa Foolproof. And like I said, my husband, this is what he requested to feel better. He didn't have a cold, so it wasn't like then he wants soup, of course. But and then Jake is coming home for Thanksgiving, which I'm so excited about. In fact, he was so cute this morning. He was like, 9 more days, Mom. I'm like, I know. I'm so excited. So he's making reservations. There's an Italian restaurant there that is supposed to be really, really good. So we're going to dinner there, and then and I can't remember the name of it, or I would tell you. For those of you who know anything about Bloomington, you might recognize it. And then we're going to brunch at Runcible Spoon before we head home. So on Thursday. So really, really excited to get to go see it. I'll get to see his apartment for next year. So super fun. But anyway, he has requested this recipe as well. So again, this is the Crispy Mustard Roasted Chicken by Ina Garten, Barefoot Contessa. And so if you're looking for something new to try, highly recommend it. So I think Cait's going to give it a try. She just said she made a soup. She's kind of starting cooking herself. And so she made, I think it's called Marry Me Soup, right? Mm-hmm. And so it was chicken and broth and tomatoes and some cheese in there. It sounded really good. We were just starting to talk when we went live, so I may have to get her recipe from her. We'll have to swap. So anyway, all right. So that was, I just wanted to share that little tidbit with you guys. If anybody has other recipes, feel free to throw them out there for me, because lately it seems like Jim has been stepping back from the cooking and letting me do it too instead. And so I'm not, I don't, since I don't cook all the time, I don't have like a plethora of recipes I use all the time. And so chicken noodle soup for today. Yes, we had chicken noodle soup yesterday with rolls. So I'm going to tell a little story about my husband. So he's an amazing cook, really great cook. And Italian family, his mom's from Spain, his father's from Italy, and like they just, big family, big into food. And so yesterday he was like, I want chicken soup, and I feel good enough to make it. I'm like, okay. He's like, but you have to go to the store to get the supplies. Fair enough. Fair trade. I'll do that. So I go, and he's like, I want some of the oven baked rolls. I'm like, okay. And, but like I had PT in the morning, so I stopped at a different grocery store than I typically go to. And so they didn't have the normal rolls he likes. But I was like, what's the big deal? So I'm at Fresh Time. They have fresh rolls. And I got two different kinds, because I thought, well, if he doesn't like the one that looks exactly like the one he normally buys, then they've got this other alternative. So I take them home. Not good enough. Like, okay. So then I go to a different grocery store. I go to Coons, because I couldn't remember. I didn't know what store he got them from. And I thought Coons, Giant Eagle, Shop and Save, I thought they would all have the same ones that he liked. So I go to Coons, and I had to pick one other thing up. And so I was like, well, all right, I'll get the frozen rolls while I'm here. So I get frozen rolls. I'm like, they don't seem like the right packaging, but you know what? It's frozen rolls. It'll be fine. I get home. No, he's not happy with those either. Again, he's recovering right now. And so he decides, well, you know what? I'm just going to go to the store and get them myself. I'm like, okay. So I went through 3 different rejected rolls in my house to get one for just dipping into soup. So anyway, I thought it was kind of funny. You guys might appreciate that story when it comes to food. So hello from Pensacola. You want the chicken recipe? Perfect. So again, mine is the, it's the Ina Garten. You can also go back in the video, because it's from this book, Barefoot Contessa Foolproof. But if you go on, I think it's Food Network. I think they have all her recipes. You can just do a search. And I think I lost my page. Oh, crispy mustard roasted chicken. And so, Red Robin today, free for veterans. Oh, that's nice. Marilyn, please tell your husband thank you for his service. All right. Here we go. On the Gene and Channel Airbag Kit. I'm not sure what that means. I think I might have missed a comment before that explains that a little better. All right. So, I'm giving you a sneak peek of the later show now. Oh, there's one other thing I brought in case you hear us snacking on something. These are Nico's favorite lifesavers. So if you are looking for a different kind of lifesaver to try, they're orange lifesavers. They're not always in stock. Like, I feel like it's a little bit seasonal, and they're around right now. So CVS is where I picked them up. And so if you're looking for them, yes, Gail, he did find them. He was perfectly happy with the rolls he got. I don't even know what they are. I feel like they're in like a kind of a rectangle package, and lots of yellow on the package, and then the rolls are inside. I don't know. He can be a little, I mean, not that I can't too. So I'm pointing a finger at him at the moment, but I'm sure for every one thing he does crazy, I might do 3 or 4. So yeah, he's a little neurotic about his rolls, his food in general. So anyway, that's right, Cindy. Or I could just keep getting it wrong and he won't send me on this errand any longer. So, all right, here we go. So the company that's here that brought all kinds of goodies to show you later at 3 is called, it's not Couch Potato, it's Beach Potato. So Beach Potato, it's all embroidery. So obviously I don't do a lot of embroidery in my show. I do plain sewing, but they have products that are really great for sewing as well. And one of them is glitter vinyl, but their glitter vinyl isn't like the normal embroidery kind. This kind you can actually sew with. And so, Gail, yes, rolls are important. so, but this is one of the big things they're going to show you. She has this bag. Look how cute this bag is. She has this, and she has lots of corks too. So lots of fun colors. Like you can see this coral colored one. Here's a navy, a black. There's a burgundy one out there that is beautiful. But this bag is cute because you can, she puts a magnet on the outside too. So you can add whatever decoration you want. And so like these have, it comes with, I think she said 3 different things. She'll tell you about it at 3. Again, I just grabbed things and when they weren't looking, so they turned their back on me and I just grabbed. So this is what I got. But I just thought, what a fun idea. And she's got a bunch of Christmas decorations too, like ornaments. And I thought, wouldn't those be fun? You could do a different ornament, like you could have a little deer or a little bow or all kinds of fun things on there. So really, really cute. So you'll get to see that later. And then these corks, I haven't done a lot with cork, but with this one, I just might. Look how fun that is. And the colors are so vibrant and crisp. I just love it. So again, they're not for sale in here with me because I really did just sort of grab things out there. So hopefully they're not looking for them. But I just really like these a lot. Oh, you went to a beach potato seminar? Oh, wow. And did 4 projects. That sounds amazing. Like from what I saw, they're still unloading their trailer. So they really, truly had just arrived as I was getting started. Hi. She's actually out in the lobby area of the studio. And so they're bringing in another product. What was it called? It's not a flamingo. I keep wanting to call it a flamingo. But I know, Sherry, isn't that floral amazing? Love, love, love that. I'm so excited for it. I need to make sure they set aside a roll or 3 or 4 for me, or 6, 7, right? So how many people are on Instagram did you see that dressed up as 6, 7? Like all these different couples, and so it was pretty funny. So those are the things that I snuck in here with me. I don't know if she had another bag that she was wanting to show me, and I think her husband just came in with it. So I'm not sure if they're going to bring it in. Did you have that sample? So Judy, you know what? We got the new furniture. So if you went to the event, there was all kinds of new furniture, and it's beautiful furniture. So we switched out, but it's not quite settled in here. So I don't have a tape measure, but I would guess it's about 18 inches by about 30. But again, they're going to show it at 3. And so they'll be able to tell you then. I'm trying to see if I have any sort of a tape measure. Oh, I do have. Here we go. We can make this work. That's right. All right, here we go. So it is 18 inches wide by, we're at 24, we're by 26. So 26 by 18. And so is the size of it. No idea on cost or anything like that. I just know it is absolutely stunning. Love, love, love. So, all right, let me put this back together. You guys are giving them all kinds of love. I tried calling them in to show us the other item, but they're ignoring me. I think they want to wait till 3. They probably have a better way of organizing what they're doing. I'm going to set their things aside right here. So if they realize that I snuck off with them, they can easily grab them. And so, all right. So what else do I have that I was going to tell you early on? Oh my gosh, she's coming in. Oh, it's Darlene. Darlene, I thought you were. So look at this. No, it's okay. So look at the unicorns. Yes, so this is Elizabeth Hartman's pattern. So she does a lot of different animals and mostly in quilts. So like I had done one, I can't remember what it's called, but it was a, just hug it. It's a big pillow. So I had done one that was like Sasquatch, but this unicorn shows all her glitter, and she pieced. This is not applique. She pieced this unicorn with her glitter fabric. And so, sorry, this is my first time seeing it, so I'm also just like, I mean, it does have a scratchy glitter feel. Not scratchy. It's not like awful. It's just, but you know how glitter kind of has a texture. I think texture is a better way to say than scratchy. So it has that texture. It does not shed. I am like rubbing on this. I rubbed on fresh rolls in the other room because I really wanted to like, I mean, I hate glitter in general. Like I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love shine. I love bling. But I don't like glitter because it gets everywhere. And I was like, oh my word, it's so nice. Sorry, I just keep petting it. Such a nice unicorn. So, but anyway, just beautiful, great material to use. So I'm really excited that she's coming in. Yeah, exactly. It's glitter fabric. And so it's not what we're used to. And it's like a nice weight too. So sometimes you'll get glitter fabric that's like really thin and like you can embroider with it, but that's all you can do. You really couldn't sew with it because it would just fall apart. Or you get it where it's so thick and there's like so much glitter on it, you couldn't stitch through it because you're hitting glitter or it's just chunky messy. And so, yeah, Sherry, I agree. That's exactly the mess that glitter makes. When the boys were little, I did a program for them called Odyssey of the Mind. And the kids would you would get a theme and the kids would have to run with that theme and create their own presentation. And so they were doing outer space and I can't remember the whole storyline, but I got them big cardboard boxes so they could make a spaceship. And I just gave them art supplies, not really knowing what the heck I was doing. I had boys. I had never had glitter in my house before. And oh my gosh, I kid you not when I say like 3-4 years later, I found glitter on the ceiling in the room that they were in. I was like, okay, so glitter is evil, Carrie. You're right. All right, we better get started or we are not going to get anything else done today, which I guess is okay. All right. From the event, a couple of you had asked me for kids fabric that would be good for like duffels for gifts and things for little girls. I know it asked for little boys, but maybe that's because we kind of go with like more like denims and things for the boys. But this is a new pattern or new fabric line for us. Actually, I only saw these 2 fabrics, but so fun. This would make such a great little duffel. And then we have this fabric, coordinated fabric from the collection too. I just thought that was amazing. We do have, oh, sorry, I've got like a hair falling in my face. We also have the charm packs. So if you already have the charming duffel pattern and you wanted to make that, we can, I think Cait probably put, yeah, I see it in there. So it's called Pick Me. That's the name of the collection. And so you could certainly do that as well. You could even use it to make the Cait bag. Our patchwork hobo would be really cute. And so, but anyway, I just thought this was a fun one. Hopefully you like it. I'm just selling it as yardage right now. I didn't make, it does look like the dating game, Diane, you're right. I didn't do any kits with it. I thought I would let you sort of decide what you wanted. But if any of you are like, hey, I really want a kit for the charming duffel, okay, let me know. Put it in the comments and next week we'll have a kit for it. I will be here next week and then Jake will be in town after that. So I will not be here. And so anytime the baby's in town for a little while at least, well, I think he's still willing to spend time with me. I will be trying to stay home as much as I can. So anyway, and next week we have a special guest in with us. So it'll be fun. It'll be a real fun show. All right. So there's that one. Again, if you want a special kit, let me know. Otherwise, I've got yardage for it. I'm actually thinking about making one for little Miss Sophia because I just think that is such a fun print. So I think I might make her a little duffel for our trip coming up, our vacation. All right, let's see. We have basics. I'm just going to tell you, we've got Shapeflex, we've got heavyweight fusible fleece, and we have, oh, and Shapeflex is by the bolt. I don't know if we have a special price. I'm assuming we have some sort of special pricing, but I could be wrong. So it's a whole bolt. It's the 20-inch by 10 yards. Cait already knew. I just feel like I have been lining my bags, especially my linings, with Shapeflex lately, and it just makes them so much more crisp. They don't necessarily have to have it, but if you want them to be nice and crisp and just kind of have a cleaner, more professional look, it really does make a difference. Melody, I have not gone to Egypt yet. So we will be going, we leave December 20th, 19th, 20th, somewhere in there, 21st. And so yeah, and we'll be in Istanbul for almost a week. So like I think 6 days, and then we'll go to Egypt. So we'll spend Christmas in Istanbul, and we're going to be on the Nile for New Year's, and so on our little cruise. So it'll be fun. All right. The other thing I have, oh, I didn't put it by the yard, was the Ducker Bond, and so I have one more fabric. I saw it, walked by this, and it was on a bottom shelf. And I walked by and I was like, double take, walk back. And I was just like, holy cannoli. Holy cannoli? Cannoli. Cannoli is not a word. Well, maybe it is, but I'm not aware of it. All right. So this, look how gorgeous this is. I am really, really obsessed. I didn't bring it today, but the big market tote, how amazing would this be as a huge market tote? I'm pretty sure that this is going to be in my future, my very near future. So you might actually get to see a sample of that for next week, because this is, I love it so much. There were 3 colorways of it. There's a lighter version and there is a darker version. The lighter one reads very, very pink. The darker one reads very, very red. It's kind of this dark, let's see if I can find what you've got. Boop, boop, boop. Poor Cait, she's trying to follow me. This dark one is kind of what the other one all over is. And so this is definitely my personal favorite. I love it. So we have yardage right now. And then if I get the bag finished, I can show it to you. You could have it as a kit if you want, possibly next week. The other one that would be really great with this fabric is the By Annie tote bag, the 2 big totes or the 2 little totes, because it really allows you to showcase a fabric. And so if you've got those patterns and you're trying to think of something to use for them, I think this one would be just amazing. And I know that I'm wearing a reindeer today and it's snowing and 20 degrees outside, but I love spring so much. So it's so pretty. All right. Thank you, Andrea. I agree. We got Diane with a pink heart. Judy's saying, wow, I feel like we should be giving prizes. You guys want prizes from now on in here? I think we should have prizes. I mean, Thursday gets prizes. Why can't we have prizes? We can? Okay. We're going to have a prize today. I don't know what it is. It is going to be a surprise what your surprise is. And so, but at some point, Cait is going to just do her whatever she does. How do you pick names? Do they have to comment to? Yeah. Okay. So you have to comment. So if you comment, you are in like the thing to get your name picked. Otherwise, if you're just on here and we don't know you're on here, then you can't. So see, there we go. Very pretty. You can say anything you want. And so I love it. You're going to get some sort of surprise. Again, I don't know what it is, but you're going to love it. And so, because I think we need prizes in here, because we're the bag ladies. We're the fun class. And so how have we not thought to have like prizes and party things in here before? I mean, I guess I've sent out like birthday prizes. Now, I'm wondering if they've run out of them yet, because I think I've got like some at home too still. So some of you may still get my little birthday prize. And so, oh, I love it. Look at all of you. There's so many of you. I had no idea how many people were watching. Oh, love it, love it, love it. All right. So maybe you'll get some of this fabric. I'm not promising anything. So, all right. That one's going home with me. In fact, I'm going to put that over here in this pile, because I wasn't kidding when I said I love that one. Oh, snowblower ready. That sounds fun. I don't want a snowblower. All right. I'm going to show you these again. You saw them last time, so it's just going to be a quick pass by. Gloria missed showing the foldy locks last week. That is the foldy locks is this one. It's the By Annie, the new pattern, the wallet. And so, again, she'll be showing that next week. The kit, just so you know, because I'm not able to get those snaps right now, like we're basically sold out, and everybody else is until January, although some are starting to show. The By Annie website showed maybe possibly late November, so we'll see if she sticks with that. But I sent just normal snaps in a color that coordinates. In fact, it's a little more gray, the one that I sent you. This is one I had in my stash, and it's kind of a beigey taupe color. But you'll get a gray that matches the fabric perfectly. So, but those snaps will be in there, but you will need the tool to put them in. And so I apologize that I don't have the By Annie brand but I figured it was better to get your kits sent out with those than not at all. All right, so that's Foldylocks. It goes with, beautifully, what a great gift this would be. Look how cute this is. Look at that. So this bag is from, it's called the Drawstring Bucket Tote, and it is from this book called Sew Drawstring Bags. And so now if you got these last week, I apologize. Jim had some stuff going on, and then Nico got sick, so I did not do any kits at all last week. And so I'll be getting those done this week and getting those sent out. So I apologize. I know I'm kind of slow in general, but I'm really slow this time. So and then so there's two versions of this. The pink one, look how pretty the pink is. So we've got pink and we've got the gray. So we've got two versions on the Drawstring Bucket Tote because I just couldn't decide which one I loved more. I am making a Foldylocks bag. In fact, we could probably do the kit. I just don't have a picture. It's a cream version, so it's going to be the cream stripe, and it's very pretty with the flower on it. So maybe we'll have a kit for you for next week. Unless Cait wants to do a duplicate, but I don't know. That might take her a minute. And we don't want to mess up our comments because we got to pick from you guys. And so don't forget, make a comment and you get a chance to win some sort of prize. And so it'll be a good one. Hi, Terry. Oh, and 10% back today. Love the pink. Thank you, Linda. Me too. But the gray's so nice too. Oh, it's hard. Hard decisions, right? All right, so let's move this stuff over here too. All right, tote. I don't know what time it is. I probably should be able to see my phone so I know if... 12:30. Okay, so I gotta quit talking so much. All right, so this is the Santa tote, rustic version. Very cute. So if you wanna make this, it is a, I don't know why I always forget their name. Love to Stitch. It's the We Love to Stitch pattern. It is a sewing only. So I know they're known for their embroidery, but this is a sewing only one. And so some of you may have bought the pattern last year. So this is just a new version of the bag. And so, Hildy, I'm so glad that you are making bags. And if I can help, I think that's amazing. And so, all right, I'm going to put this back in here. We're moving along quick. I showed you that last time, plus Gloria showed it on Thursday. So, all right, then we're going to work on, so this is the Cait. I also call it, for the pattern, I call it the Patchwork Hobo. And then I put underneath it the Cait. I'm like, I don't know where I put my pattern, but, and then I did notice, because I didn't use pattern testing. So this one I was trying to do really fast. I thought, oh, it's easy. I know there's a couple little mistakes in there. So I'm working on those. As soon as I've got those, as soon as I finalized it, I will have Cait post the corrections, and we'll also be posting the template for the pocket. So I do want to give you guys this. So use it sparingly. This is a brand new email address for me, and it's just for you guys. So it's for my bag ladies. And so it's Tiffini bagladyclub@gmail.com. So you guys don't have to use it sparingly. You can just email me and be like, hi. But if you have, I noticed someone had made a comment on the Thursday show, which I would prefer it wasn't on Thursday because there's just so many comments and I typically don't look there. If you have something you'd like to tell me, you can always put it in the comments here. But now if you don't feel comfortable putting it in there, or you've got more comments than what makes sense to put in here, please use this email. It is strictly for you guys. I am not using it for personal use at all. So I won't be getting notices from the school. I won't be getting patterns delivered to it or anything like that. So again, Tiffini, it's all I's, Tiffini. My mother spelled it really weird. I don't mind that she spelled it weird, but it does sometimes make it hard for me to get emails from people. So Tiffini bagladyclub@gmail.com, all one word. And so anyway, please feel free to use that. But I wanted you guys to just do that. I set this up this morning, so I haven't even gotten an email. So who wants to be the first person to christen my new email? I'm very excited to see. Who will it be? All right. Oh, I do have another order of business. Man, I keep thinking I'm almost done, but I'm not. All right. So those of you who have been customers of Gloria's for more than a few minutes know that the front face of Gloria's in the shop has been for, like, I shouldn't say front face, that's not fair because Gloria's always around too. But Janine has been with us for, I think it might be 40 years. Like, she's been here forever. And Janine has decided to retire. And so we're very, very happy for her. We're very excited for her to be able to do this. I was asking her, what's your plan? What are you going to do? Do you have any ideas? And she's like, I'm going to clean my house. And so she's like, I've been working like full time for so long, and I just want to go through and like organize and clean. And all right, fair enough. I'm hoping she comes up with something a little more interesting to do once she's done some of that. And so anyway, if you would like to send her a note, let me move this up here. You can. So you can send a card to Janine either at this address. You could send a note through our emails if you wanted, if you just want to send a quick note. If you are local, if you would like to join us in store on November 21st, that will be her last day. We're throwing a little retirement get together. So, sorry, I'm taking a little sip of tea. If you would like to join us, it'll be from, I believe, 11 to 2 that day. Not that you can't come another time, but we'll have some goodies for you and a chance for you to be able to see Janine and wish her off and wish her well. So we've been very fortunate to have her with us. And so, excuse me, way too much talk. I forgot one other thing. I am never going to get this bag finished. So it's a good thing I did a little bit at home, but I think we're all right. So in doing shop hops, I discovered some of the more interesting, fun shops that I enjoyed that had kind of like a youthful, fun vibe, really focused on this pattern maker. They're called Melly and Me. And they have just these really, really fun patterns. And so I wanted to show you. I had Gloria bring them in. So the carry round, I'm going to be making a sample of this one soon. It's really cute. It does say that its difficulty level is pretty high, I think because of the shape. It's a round bag. They use piping in it. They also do like piping around the outside edges of their webbing. I'm really excited to do this though. I think it's going to turn out really nicely. It's basically just binding. And so really cute. I have seen this little girl's coat in person and it is amazing. I really want it in my size. It is so cute. I think little Miss Sophia needs it. Absolutely needs it. So this one on hard difficulty level is a medium. And so a little medium. I do believe they also have videos that you can look at their website to do. This Brittany vest. Okay, so this is my least favorite version of what they did. So it has these patchwork pockets and then it has this on the back. I'm hoping, oh, they do. But when you look at the back, this one is my favorite. I love this one. So cute. Cait, which one's your favorite? Because I know you like these as well.
I like the more colorful one.
This one here?
That one.
Okay, so that's Cait's favorite. And so, such great patterns. And then, I should save this one for next week, but I'm going to show you today. It's the Patchwork Pooch. And the weather is cold, so our Poochie babies, they could use this little quilted jacket. So, oh, I was going to say the difficulty on this one. Oh, actually, you know what's nice? Depending on which one you make, increases the difficulty level. So, for example, this one that I was like, this isn't my favorite, but it has a zipper and the extra pockets. It's got the binding. It's got some extra things that the other ones don't necessarily have all of that. So they have different levels for skills, which is really nice so that you could do all kinds of different things. Yes, Diane, you need to get a dog. And so, All right, the puppy, let's see, difficulty level is, it looks like confident beginner. And so, oh, and look, they personalized it on her back. They put it so it says Rosie. So cute. Mine would say cheesy because, you know, that's my dude. All right. I think I truly am done showing you guys stuff. Next week, special friend with me, but we'll talk about that again in a minute. Well, not a minute. I got to actually get some stuff done. All right, Cait bag. We've got kits for you. I'm going to tell you now real quick because otherwise I'll forget. We have, I believe we have this one still, but very limited. I haven't checked quantity, so I apologize. I didn't think to look at this before. So if it goes in there and you don't actually get it, then I apologize for showing it to you again. But that's the original version. Second version has similar to this one. Excuse me. I better not get that cold from my kid. All right. So this isn't the prettiest fabric, so I want to move it out of the, there we go. All right. So this is a blue to gray to tan version, which I thought would be similar to what I did here. So really pretty. So it comes with the fabrics to make it. You'll also get the accent fabric and the hardware. And so I did switch the hardware to this round. I just thought it was cute. And so, so that is this one, because last time when I showed you what I was starting, a couple of you had mentioned, oh, I want a blue one. So you can have a blue one, blue and tan. All right, I'm keeping my hardware. The last one, what you'll get is you'll get basically a charm pack. We're going to cut down. We have layer cakes, but we'll cut them down for you because you use 4-inch squares, but you'll get them as 5. And it'll be this one. So this is Prairie Gatherings flannels. And it's got, excuse me, the browns and taupes. It's got kind of some grays, the cream in there, the dark charcoal. It goes into a little bit of dark navy and a little bit of this deep rust color. So really pretty. A little orangey color. And the white. And there you go. And then that plaid. So you'll end up with, you'll get 42 squares because it's a charm pack. You use 30 of them. So you'll have some extra. So you might be able to make like a mini one or something if you wanted. Does the pattern come with the kit? Estelle, which pattern, honey?
I think she's talking about the...
If you're talking about the Cait, the Patchwork Hobo, the Cait, this one does come with the pattern. And so I still haven't talked to the powers that be about patterns being separate. So I tried at one point, but it's always a little crazy here. It can be challenging. Plus, I had a lot going on at home this week, so I didn't really have time to come in and try and have the Cait. Yes. So there we go. All right, so those are your 3 choices for the Cait bag. And they do, again, come with everything you need to make it, including the pattern. So now.
Do we want to talk about any of these fabrics? Or
Oh my goodness. Cait doesn't want me to get this bag done at all. So here's the good thing, guys. This bag is really, really easy to make. So what you do is you sew together your squares. You do 3 rows of 5, sew them all together, whatever method you like. Carol had done it with glue when she did her patchwork and lined them up really well. And then you'll add this strip down at the bottom. And then you'll do whatever quilting you wanted. On these, I was trying to be quick this morning, so I just did real quick in the ditch. That's all I did with this one. This one, you can see, I did it quick too, but I went on either side of my seams, which I like that method a little better, because then if I'm a little off, it's no big deal. I think it'd be kind of fun to do. You could do like diagonals. In fact, I might add those if we don't do any stitching on it today. So at this point then, you will shape it. So you'll shape the corners, although you could, if you wanted, put them right sides together. You're going to round your corner, and you're going to then stitch around the outside. I've lost my pattern. I did lose my pattern. Wow. Yeah, what a shock. All right. Well, do you know what we're going to do? We're going to show you fabric. So, all right. So I'm not kidding when I say I'm obsessed with, well, a couple fabrics, obviously, but the one for the pinks and the grays, this is called, what's it called? Blossom? It's not Blossom.
Beloved.
Beloved. And it's so pretty. And it just doesn't seem like whatever piece you want just looks great. And so you received the kit I ordered last. Oh, good. All right. So you've got your kit. That's perfect. So I did show it a little while ago, and so those ones had gone out. So that's good. All right. So here is the yardage for this. So if you're wanting to make something else out of that, or you want to make your own kind of kit, there is this yardage for this. So it's the big bold print. Oh my goodness. So that's that. I've got to see what I did with my pattern. I'm gonna have to just pull it up on my phone or just look to the right. I found it, guys. I'm in good shape. All right. So that's the yardage. There are other prints in the collection as well. When you look at the, sorry, when I set stuff down over here thinking I'm done with it, then I struggle to find it again. So this one, I used a border print. So when you get the kit, you'll actually get, it's basically a fat quarter of the border print, and you'll be able to use that so that you can fussy cut your pockets. We do have the border print available. You could get it as yardage. This fabric is still available, so Gloria can get more. So sorry. A little too much talking today. The inside of this bag, look how sweet this is. It's this little tiny print. It's so beautiful. All right, you guys have about 5 more minutes, and then I'm going to have Cait pick a name, just so you know, just so that we don't forget. And so, all right. The stripe is from a different collection, because why would I not do that? No, I thought a stripe would look really good on there. So it is a Moda fabric. It is from, the collection is To the Moon and Back. And so it's a kid's fabric line, and it is gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I was hoping Gloria would have gotten the charm pack for it, because I want to make a puff quilt, and but she didn't, so I'm going to have to make my own. So those are available. There's a paisley. There's, when you look at, let's see, I think this one has a different version. So that small print you saw there, oof, oh, somebody tied it. Wow. No, he made it pretty. So there's a green version. This teal is really pretty. I decided I didn't love it as the lining on this bag, so I put cream in on all of them. And so, all right, so here's our paisley. So there's different versions. We're probably not going to show you every fabric, because that might get to be a bit much. But we want to show you a little bit. Sure, you'll be getting yours soon. Oh, good. You ordered well, Cait had to grab it from the cutting room. Natalia's been gone, so I think might be a little bit behind on yardage at the moment. It does look kind of Victorian, doesn't it? It's so pretty. And so, any other ones you feel like we should show?
I think there's some good basics that, like, thatched.
Yeah, you want to see the thatched look? So this is what I used. So these are different colors, though. I used the gray version. You can see if I
This is the gray.
unfold this. So I used the gray. It's kind of has like a hint of a green tone to it, just so you know. It reads kind of blue-gray, but so great. So, all right. All right. Oh, thank you, guys. Chris, you're not into all these florals? How about the thatched look? You could go with this one. I am feeling a little feminine right now. You're right. I think all my choices have been pretty girly today. So, except my Santa. I've got the rustic Santa. He is not girly at all. And so, but yeah, here we go. All right. And the Cait bag isn't girly. I don't know. I don't feel too bad now. I'm not totally girly, right? All right. So, we're going to go ahead and work on this a little bit. Where did I put my phone? Just because I know if I can't see the time. I've lost my phone. I truly have. I think I set it down some. Oh, I better put it in my coat. Oh, well. All right. I'm trying to see if there's something on the screen. Of course not. All right, let's see. Yeah, I found it. It was in my coat. All right. 12:50. All right, we've got about 20 minutes. I feel like I can get away with playing with this without getting into too much trouble. So we are going to, on the last page, we have a template. So the template is for shaping the top of the bag. So you're going to use that to shape where these are. If you don't want to use the template, you want to do kind of your own thing. What I had done with the other one before I made a template is I found my center. So I just went like this, found my center. You know what, I'm going to do it on the back because I'm afraid. Yeah, I don't have an erasable marker in here with me today. Excuse me. So what I did is I found my center and I went and I left about an inch down here. So I went about an inch above my line. So remember, I did stitch in the ditch. So I know that this is my center block. And I did that. And then my goal was, you kind of see when I bring it up here, that I wanted to go up to about these corners. So I wanted to go just inside my seam because I didn't want to be on my seam. So I went in maybe 1/4 of an inch. So if you're wanting to do, like I said, if you're wanting to do this without the template or you want to adjust a little bit, this is how I did it. And so I kind of did this. Now you can see I'm going a little more rounded this time than my template. My template, I kind of went in like this. So you could do either way. So that's what we're going to do there. And that's on the top. Gloria just got here and she's seeing all the samples. So, oh, I'm going to try one of Nico's mints, see if that helps. All right. Anyone else want to make a quick comment before Cait picks a name? Gloria's here, so I've got to make sure I do this before she comes in and tells me we can't. So, all right. It looks like somebody said the screen was frozen, so I don't want to, excuse me, do it while, if anybody's gone. So we'll give you a second. All right. I'm going to go ahead and just cut this out. Now, I would suggest kind of clipping it together at least. You could pin it together. You could mark both, cut them separately. I like to just sort of go for it. Oh, Ray, I'll have to tell her you said hi. She's in the other room, so. All right. I think we're ready, Cait. Who is our big first winner in the Bag Lady Show prizes?
I'll write down her name.
Oh, there's a name getting written down. All right. I don't recognize this name, so this is interesting. Cait Coley. So Cait Coley, C-O-L-E-Y, K. And so to remember this, I'm going to take a quick picture because I don't want to forget that I said I would do this. All right. Excuse me. Oh, that's a good idea, Ray. So what Ray said is fold my fabric in half like this. And that way I can be sure it's exact, especially since I was trying. Look how perfect it is, though. Oh my gosh. I don't think I've ever had it that perfect before. I'm amazing. All right. So now I think we're good for that, but thank you. That is a good idea.
I don't even think we said what they're winning.
We didn't. It's a surprise.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
I was going to say $25 in Gloria bucks in their account.
What do you guys think of this? So Cait just, hi, darling. Did you want to come say hello? No. Okay. So Cait's suggestion is $25 of Gloria bucks be added to your account. And so I think that's a good idea, especially for this first one since we didn't plan ahead for it. And so that's a great idea. Thanks, Cait. So, all right. All right. So the suggestion that was made, just so you know, I'm going to go ahead and just show it to you real quick, is to fold it in half and just make sure, like wherever my line was, that I cut it at the same time so that we end up with a nice shape. So, all right, so we've got that. Now we want to go ahead and shape the bottom. So I don't think I put anything in here for exactly what to use. So I said to use an approximate 2-inch circle, and that's because what I usually do is I grab like a Starbucks cup or something, and I just line it up with my corner. So you can see I'm lining it up right there. And I'm just gonna then mark. There we go. There we go. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm just gonna do all 4 corners. And you could certainly round it more than that. That actually doesn't seem rounded quite enough. So I'm going to, oh, this is fun. I think this is a little bigger. Look at this. And I can ring a bell. Does someone bring me something? I'm like, this is like a magic genie. All right. You know, I don't think it was any bigger than my Starbucks cup. So never mind. But it's a nice shape. And it was fun. There we go. So we'll just use that to mark them all. Personally, when I put something down, I also leave just like, well, I'll show you on the next one. I leave just a little bit of space. It's a little hard to tell because we've got the white background and a white lining on here. So I bring it up here and I leave a little bit of space on the edges so that when I didn't mean to do it that time. Just so when I go to cut, it's right on the edge. Or not like right on the edge, not going over the edge. See, exactly, Sherry. Like Starbucks mugs, they're perfect for so many different things. Like I feel like I should like I could like go on, you know how there's like influencers for like Benartex, or what do they call them? They call them something else, where they go on and they create stuff, and maybe they're just called creators. I feel like I could be a Starbucks creator. Different uses for my Starbucks product. And so, I just wrote on the brand new furniture. I'm going to be in trouble. You know what? Let's see. Oh, my cup's not sweating. Of course. Oh, well. Nobody tell Gloria. She'll never know. All right. We're going to cut this. So we're getting this prepped. And let's look at our 4 corners. Now, you could also, if you don't want to cut it now, one of the things you can do is you can just trim that off. We're doing right sides together. But you can just line this all up, and wherever you marked, you could then use that for your stitch line. And so instead of cutting, so like I could turn it over and I could just use that as my stitch line. Because I cut though, I'm gonna go the other way. Yep, a saucer would work if you want bigger corners. And so, like I said, these are kind of smallish corners, but that's how I had done the other one. I think Cait's big might have been a little bit bigger, maybe more like a 3 or 4 inch circle. And so, all right, what do you think? Should we sew a little bit? I feel like we haven't sewn anything in a while. Is that okay, Cait? Are you set up for that, or okay? All right, we're gonna go sew the outside real quick, because at least then we get to see the main shape of it. I do want to make sure that they've got time to come in and set up, because I think what they have to show, this I'm struggling with their name, beach potato. I think we really want to see, I know I want to see it, so. All right. So I am just doing a regular straight stitch. I've got it set at a 2.5. We might move it up a little bit. I don't have my walking foot with me. I didn't want to take my machine apart this morning, so oops, pushing the wrong button. So I'm just going to make sure I back stitch. There we go. I'm going to bump up our speed. It is, the walking foot would be better right now, or a Teflon foot if you had that. Those pretty red feet, those would also be lovely for this. Because working with the heavyweight fusible fleece, that's what we lined it with, doesn't pull through as nicely as just regular fabric. Go. Just go nice and slow around that corner. I'm using about 1/4 of an inch seam allowance. There we go. All right. Now, whatever you decide to use for making your corners on here, you do want to make sure that you use the same thing for making your lining, or you can use your exterior for that if you want to use it as your template. Excuse me. You know what I didn't do? So I hope this lines up. What I recommend, and I apologize, is I like to line my sides up, but because I was just trying to stitch real quick, so I just line them up and I pin them together typically. I forgot to do it though. I can see I'm way off on this one, which is going to make me crazy. I'll probably be pulling out stitches when I get home, but we'll see how this goes. This one looked all right. You can also just kind of adjust, like eyeball it this way, if you don't mind it being off by a little bit. And I apologize, I didn't think to say that beforehand. But we'll see how we do. I'm afraid to turn it out. What you'll want to do also, trim this back. You'll want to use like pinking shears to trim that down or do little cuts. I'm not going to do it because if my squares are really, really off, I truly will be taking this seam out later because I figure why not? I'll make it pretty. We'll see how I did. See, the one when I actually paid attention lined up beautifully, right? So there we go. Let's see what else we have. It's such a sweet little bag. Oh, this didn't turn out bad over here. Ooh, well, a little off there, but you can't tell that well. But not bad. Not bad for not having paid any attention. Except here. See this side? So, all right. Nobody's going to look that closely, are they? All right. So that's our bag exterior. The lining for this one, the fabric I had picked was in my stash, but I think we still have some of this, and I think it is adorable. What do you think of this one, Cait?
That's cute.
Right? So how fun is that? So this is the lining for this kit. I apologize, I hadn't shown it to you before. And like I had said, we want to use, you can use your exterior as your template. So I'm going to do that really quick while I've got it still kind of unfinished. So let me turn this out. Go ahead and trim this corner. That way I can use it as my template. All right. So just open this up. Okay, and I do highly recommend pressing that first, and I didn't bring enough fabric with me to make the pocket too, but the pattern does call for an optional fabric on the inside. Okay, here we go. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead. Now, typically I would have cut my main shape first and then just gone around and rounded my corners. But because I'm trying to hurry a little bit, here we go. I'm just doing it this way. I also would normally use a heat erase or an air erase or a water erase pen, but I was reorganizing my sewing room and I I have them all neatly placed in a little like cubby inside of a drawer that I just got. And so I'm quite pleased with how it turned out, but I obviously forgot to check my supply bag because, you know, my supply bag, as always, I actually recently saved a new pattern that would be perfect. So I'm very excited for it. Barbara, I don't have this pattern separate yet. I need to talk to Gloria about it. And I haven't. Every time I go to talk to her, she's just busy with a lot of people around and stuff. And it's one of those conversations I'd like to have more one-on-one. Although if she watches the show, she's going to know what I want to talk to her about. And so, but you can also email me. I put my email out there before. So if you want to talk to me further about it, you could do that too. And so as far as getting an idea. All right. So that's going to be our lining. So I'm just going to cut that real quick.
I remember when we sold that last year.
There we go. I may actually use my accent fabric for my pocket because I got a little extra of that. All right, there we go. So I've got that cut. Oop. Okay, 26 in Mississippi. Oh, wow. I'm sorry to hear that. All right, let's see. So I'm just putting this back in, and I'm just going to put the lining in just to show it, just because it's so sweet. And then I'll show you the webbing real quick. Well, we aren't using webbing. We're making our own strap. But see how sweet that is. There's the lining. I just think that's really cute. This might be my bag. I think I'm keeping this. It was Jim's fabric. It's all my supplies. So this one will be mine. I'll bring this one back for a sample in the shop, even though it's also my supplies, except for a little bit of the flannel. All right. So what do we want to do for the handle? Just, I'm going to do this real quick. It's 107, so we're doing pretty good. Pocket and flap. So pocket, thank you, Mary, for bringing that up. The pocket and the flap are optional, so I'm doing this as a very basic. The pocket, though, if you're doing it, you want to install it on your exterior. I'll show you here. There's supposed to have been a template in the pattern. I missed it making it. And so it's going to get posted shortly. I wanted to do this bag using the pattern so I could kind of do my own pattern testing and see what alterations need to be made to it. And so, but the pocket goes on the back, center it however you would like. You could do it off center. You could do 2 pockets, whatever you want. This is kind of just a fun bag. So that's that. The flap, what you'll do is you're going to create, I think what I did is I said just to cut like a rectangle and then you could shape it however you wanted. You could use your Starbucks cup again to shape it and do it rounded. You could do just a square. You could do total circle, whatever you want. And then I provided sew on snaps for you guys because the snaps I used a cam snap. And I know not everybody has that tool. And so I didn't want to put that in the pattern that way. And if you're using the denim and you're cutting pieces like I was, it was a little more challenging to be able to put a normal snap in here, at least for me. So that's why I thought I'll just give you the sew-in kind, and that way you can place it on there if you want. So that is included in those kits. And so, but when you put the flap in, you're going to just center it on one side and put it, and you'll just baste it onto here. And so, so that's kind of how you do those. There's lots of pictures in the pattern too for doing it. Diane, it looks like you've already done yours. So hopefully they were easy to follow. You can see here instructions on the pocket. And so when it shows you centering it and stitching it. The flap, which is optional as well. It says here's for making it. If you want to shape it, stitching it on. I put it on the same side as my pocket because I wanted my pocket. I didn't want my flap to go onto my pocket. I wanted it on the opposite side. So if your pocket's on this side, your flap is going to get stitched onto this side as well. So I think that's the only trick, so to speak. So, and you can see that here on this one, on the sample. So the flap and the pocket are on the same side. And then the magnet's over here. All right. So what I was going to show you is on your strap, you're going to make a nice big long one. This is probably longer than it needs to be. In fact, I feel like the strap I made for this was too long. So I shortened it a little bit in the pattern, but it depends on what you like. If you think you're going to adjust it a lot, I don't think I'm going to really adjust it. And I wish it was short enough to do more as like a shoulder bag. And I made my strap too long for that. So I actually, if I end up keeping, well, it'll probably be a shop sample for a little bit and then I'll probably get it back. But I'll probably shorten the strap even more so that I could carry it as just like more of a shoulder bag, but then stretch it out if I wanted. Because even now, I could do it as a crossbody the length it is. And so I feel like my strap's like twice as much. Thanks, guys. I'm glad the instructions made sense. I do think that I think I gave you the right amount of fabric, but I don't think I put the right amount on the pattern. And so for the accent fabric. So that is one thing I wanted to, that I'll be making a slight change to. And so, all right. On this, though, we're basically making binding out of it. You're going to mark the center. You're going to fold to center, fold to the center. And then we're going to stitch down both sides, just like we've done a million times for our straps, right? We do it all the time. Then I'm going to show you on here. So you're going to, on one end, we're going to do a short end, and attached to it is going to be, what on this sample, it's a D-ring, but I realized it would be so much cuter to put on a circle. So we've got an O-ring now for that instead. So what you're going to do is you've already made this, you've stitched it all together. I can't remember exactly the length of this. It's about 6 inches, I think. You can kind of see on here, and it's in the instructions. So you'll cut that. Once you have, you're going to then raw edges. So we'll cut it. Since it's not stitched, I'm not going to cut it. I'm going to leave it be. But you'll match up that raw edge. You're going to center it on the end. So this end you're going to center and just baste it in place. Okay, so you're going to have a nice, yours will be nice and pretty. Yours will be like this one. And you'll have that O-ring, which look how cool that O-ring is. It's nice and big. Love it. All right, so that's that end. And then you're going to, you'll have a really long piece, depending on how long you want it to be. And that is going to be the piece that gets attached to the other end. So here's our O-ring piece. The other one, you're going to run it. It's going to get stitched here, and it'll be really long, right? So it's going to be really long and floppy. So you're going to stitch it to the other side. You're not going to put any hardware on or anything at this point. You're just going to leave it be. And then once it's on there and we've closed and we've turned our bag, finished our bag and turned it back out, that's when we're going to go ahead and add our hardware. Because why fight with all that hardware and it being all together beforehand? And so, so then what you'll do is you'll run it through. Again, there's going to be instructions in here, and I apologize because this one's together, but you'll basically, I'm trying to think of how the best way is to do this. I'll just do it this way. So you're going to have your long strap, and it's going to go, you're going to put your slider on. So this is, you'll get one of two kinds. There's a couple different options. And so you'll put the end of it through your slider, and then you're going to go run it down to the other side, put it through your O-ring. That'll be down here. Mine's a D, but yours will be an O. So you'll run it through that O-ring, and you'll bring it back, and you'll put it through here. So when you come back, you want to loosen this up. Make sure you've got lots of room there, because you'll then be weaving your other end up through that. See how we've got that's our middle part of our slider. You'll bring it through, and then you're going to stitch that into place. You want to make sure you have a finished edge. Mine, because I used a pair of jeans, you can see that that's the edge of his jeans there. And then that's your strap. And so inside the pockets, so you'll have the fabric for making your pockets. I didn't have enough of mine, and mine though I grabbed out of my stash, so I didn't measure it, I just grabbed. I did not put fleece on my strap, Mary, but you could. I mean, if you want a softer, I was using denim, so I felt like I had a really sturdy material. I wasn't concerned about it. But this is just a cotton that I'm using for this one. And so I put Shape Flex in it. That's all I put in, but I could certainly see doing fleece in there. It would give you a softer and like kind of a bulkier look, which would go really nicely with the bag. And since you've mentioned it, I may just do it because I like the idea. So what I would do, because I wouldn't want it the whole way, I would probably just cut it 1.5 inches and only have one layer of fleece in here, but I would put it inside. And so, Diane, did you put it the whole width, or did you, how wide was the fleece that you put in? Because I could see doing 3 inches, or because I think it's 6 inches wide. So, so that's how you do your strap. All right. I think that kind of covers the basics. I know we didn't really do it like live in person, but I hope because it's a pretty simple bag that it worked for you. This is the point in the lining, and I'm going back and forth a little bit, but whatever pocket you want to put in here, this one, I put pockets, they're just slip pockets. And they just have Shape Flex in them. So I just used the scraps that I had for it. So yeah, I may just use this because I know I made it too long. And so I'm probably just gonna make pockets out of this. So I'll just turn them into squares and stitch those squares on just like that. Maybe have one on each side. So how perfect is that? Okay, 1.5 fleece on strap. That's what I was thinking too. So you both did it the way I was. Oh, so Janine is retiring, and so she has given her notice, so to speak, or let everyone know that she will be retiring basically at the end of the month. So the 21st is her like retirement party here from 11 to 2. You're all invited, but if you wanted to send a card or an email or something like that for her, please make sure you do that probably well before if it's an email, just to make sure that that gets processed. But yeah, so if you want to be here live, we will have some goodies for you. I believe sugar is going to be in the works for it. I'm not sure what else. And so maybe some champagne to toast her. And if not, we could always just bring our own if you really want a champagne toaster. But all right, I think I have covered everything on this pattern. Next week, Miss Ella is going to join us, and we've got, I think, a really fun show planned. We are going to do, well, a couple things are going to happen. One, I'm going to prep the foldy locks, and I'm going to show you how to assemble it. I'll show you like the zipper construction of it. The foldy locks is the, well, it's a bag that's over here. Here we go. So this is the foldy locks. So I'm going to show you, we'll do a quick zipper construction, and then I'll show you how to assemble it. So I'll probably have a couple going. So I'll work on that with you next week. It's a really quick make. It's really nice. I love it. There's a lot of duplication in how it goes together because you do two sides exactly the same. And so we'll do one together. I'll have one prepped, and I'll show you how you just basically are stitching it, turning it inside out. It's kind of like doing a table runner, but then folding it. And so we'll do that next week. I think that'll be fairly quick. And then I don't want to show you too much over here, but Ella and I are going to have our own special thing going. She has, and it's something kind of Christmassy gift-wise. Maybe. I don't know if you want, it's, I feel like I should say something now. So we're going to do, it'll be furry friends with our friend Ella or something like that. I don't know. I'll come up with something clever, but it has to do with sewing for our furry friends, our furry grandbabies, our furry children, just our furry friends. So I know, actually, Diane's on here, and I know she carries around some really cute little, they're like treat bags that she gives out to people with dogs sometimes. And so I think it's treats, or maybe it holds the doggy doo-doo bags. But anyway, so we're going to do some fun stuff with that next week. I think you're really going to like it. We'll have some cute patterns that if you order the kit, so we're going to have some special hardware come in for it. So it'll be really good. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. I'm telling you, you are in for a huge treat at 3 o'clock. I can hear them prepping out in the lobby area. And so many fun, great things. And so I'll be watching with you if I'm not like sneaking a peek from the doorway. So, all right, everyone. I will see you next week. Thanks again. Bye-bye.